afterwards. And then the Ryze is either flashing away in mid lane or he's dead.
I mean, he will die, If Olaf runs at him, and depends how fast you can proc your Storm Raider search right now.
Before Yike as well, his bot lane can't move. Busio's already hit, so he's going to have to go across and start up the Krugs instead. Now has to back off because there's a ward over the wall, and when becomes lightning, we'll dispel his downfall. Labrov there with the sweeper, though, will allow these Krugs to go over to his jungler, just as Busio tries to steal it with a beat drop.
I mean, we saw last game, it was actually G2 that had pushed in almost every single lane. This time it's KC, and Yike now going for his invade is very well and proactively timed, because he actually now denies one of the buffs from Olaf. And suddenly, while Olaf does win the river all-in against Xin Zhao, I think without red buff, he might actually not do that anymore, just because how strong those raw combat stats are in a full all-in. So Yike will try to secure at least one crab here.
Yeah, who goes in for camps? Beat drop as well. There's the high note, Busio. Comes towards mid lane, gets the kill. SkewMond looking for the chase here. kyeahoo holding on to his flash, and SkewMond won't land the second undertow.
I'm going to show this clip next time I support.
Movement speed here, making it much harder for Labrov to actually get his mitts on the enemy support.
So we see a little bit of trading in mid. See already a healthy goal lead being attained top, but that's a bad portal.
The magical journey! It's a journey to nowhere. Labrov killed off by Caliste. And the Ashe Seraphine combination coming up. Jumps once again as Camps has to flash away. kyeahoo's still holding on to his flash. SkewMond looking for the chase, and we'll find it with the reckless swing.
I swear when I see Cavs play, I don't know if he's predicting or seeing all these little health bars happen in real time, as now it is Yike going on to Cavs, and that was personal.
SkewMond's chasing though. Can he get in range for an undertow? I don't think so.
Ooh, I think he can. I think he can.
Yike doesn't have the movement speed from the Scuttle Crab. He's got his top laner moving down, misses the one becomes lightning. Undertow goes wide.
Oh, don't chase
SkewMond doesn't really want to chase too much further. Look at the kill before Yike heals up though, and with the Q3, SkewMond healed up with a Caretaker's Shrine, won't be enough. Yike still low as his enemy jungler has fallen. Broken Blade comes across and picks up the kill and takes himself a buff out of it too. They'll chase onto Canna, magical journey. Canna backed in the right spot to just walk away. Oh, is that top lane? You said that Mercury Treads plus Phage would be the angle for Broken Blade. Well, he's close. He's already got those Merc Treads. Phage on its way as kyeahoo here is just going to Realm Warp out. And Labrov once again just moving away from that bot lane. Still level 3 on the Bard with how much he's been out on the map. Now level 4.
Just hit level 4 now, but now Hansama is left completely alone due to that rotation.
I know, cleanses away the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Meanwhile on the top side, Broken Blade looks for the wall up into the house, needs another or 2 autos and doesn't get the second on the bot side. It's a high note and drops Hansama as Caliste and Busio very easily just dive that.
Busio, and with that Enchanted Crystal Arrow was just an easy pickup here. As Hansama tries to cleanse it and tries to kind of play under his tower. But you see how well KC are weaving the turret aggro. They actually wait for the tower acceleration damage to fall off, and then they re-engage. If they just kept committing to that dive.
And KC with these pushing lanes have just been able to get advantages all over the map. A lot of it sitting in that bot side. A 1 point's enough.
I think he just needs his Canna minion to level up to level 6, but Canna eats forward.
Broken Blade goes in with the Gnar, gets the stun against the wall. Wall up there for the follow-up, chucks a house at his back. Yike is on his way across. BB needs to hit. This doesn't. Canna with a good fancy.
And the moment you have fleet movement speed, you have Mercury threads, and eventually a Phage as well. You can now round them another.
There's the encore follow-up. Busio with the beat drop. A magical journey there for Hansama. He doesn't get out in time. Busio goes on a killing spree. He's picked up 3. That's 1 more than G2 in there. How do you mitigate this? How do you actually stop them from managing to have such a massive advantage? kyeahoo here caught out with a magical journey. The chase comes in from SkewMond. Busio here to try and help out. Ace in the whole magical journey. Take it away, and as you say,
that's not home.
He took a one-way ticket trip.
Great catch there by Caliste will secure them so much pressure in the coming 3 minutes, as now maybe he's caught off guard here. You don't want to go into the jungle there, man.
Ghost, and he has Splash, but can he get away from the rampaging Olaf? The answer is a decided no. As SkewMond taking matters into his own hands. Medic. That's the only way you can see him. A Cosmic Binding finds him. Still through the flash. The encore gets the double charm. A double beat drop for the double root as well, but with an ace in the hole here for the follow-up. Seraphine's song is sung.
Ryze is coming in as well.
But yeah, Caliste then does get 600 gold, but still,
yeah,
he's cut it by 200. He will be second Drake of the game for KC as well.
But that's the thing with the grubs, right? If you have one, I love how SkewMond is playing around his bot lane. You saw it game 1 as well, where Who's is acting as the bouncer. It goes a little bit wide here. It is actually kyeahoo being called
binding into the stun. kyeahoo able to walk away from the Tibbers though, and a Ragnarok comes out. The flash from Yike gets the knockback under the tower, and even with the Ragnarok, you can't survive though. SkewMond taken out. Canna here as well, as you say, to secure that kill. Labrov has to flash, otherwise he will not see the light of day. The chasing from Cass as Yikes oversteps. kyeahoo still going in. Tibbers trying to get in the way of the overload. The Rune Prison finds him, and an auto's enough. Tibbers gets angry, but kyeahoo gets paid.
Oh, Yike was really cheeky there. He was trying to put a pink ward on carries.
I get that.
You see Caps already hovering around there as well. KC wants to push his mid and then walk in, but I don't think it's going to be that easy for them.
Canna gets a move from the bottom side. He jumps in, SkewMond, there's a TP from BB. Hansama on the backline has to flash away from the weirding. BB TP's in, ace in the hole from Hansama. BB has the mega, lands the wall up onto Yike. Mikhails cleanses it away, but with a Gnar follow up in the 10, but fake G2 find one. Ragnarok out from the Olaf, good cosmic binding. Labrov has the Mikhails himself out. Broken blade getting absolutely rattled down, and Canna finds a double. A good cosmic binding from Labrov will keep him alive for now, but KC turn it around, take 3 out of the fight.
And I'm surprised Caps didn't find a good ult there, because it looked so good for G2. You find the initial pick onto Yike, and suddenly there's no jungle, you can just run back. And this will be the soul point for KC now coming into the next Dragon.
It will be. Caps, congratulations, 4,000 assists in the LEC. The 4th player the next millennium.
But you know, like, that's what you thought about Kadim in the NBA as well. No one break his points record, but then LeBron kind of did that. But I don't think we're going to see another healer coming anytime soon, as G2 is pushing a little bit of pressure here onto the top side here, wants to get this tower down. Labrov, so competitive integrity, medic. I'm not sure if you want to break Hillesang's death record in a year.
I'll try my hardest, but these guys are that much better than I am.
I'm sure you would.
And Chargers from Caliste. Mikhails was available here for Labrov, and he didn't preemptively use it. He dies for that mistake. And KC find their 12th. Now with Rift Herald being put down in the mid lane, SkewMond just looking to get the charge. And won't be able to do so. KC will take it down before he gets the charge to the turret.
Walking up here, he's quite alone, but he's barred, he'll probably be fine.
Should have the magical journey. SkewMond waiting around the corner to see if he can find anyone.
Is still down though, so
SkewMond needs to get out here. Labrov unable to help him. A beat drop there, stun for the follow-up. SkewMond lands the undertow. Hansama standing, waiting in the wings. Good cosmic binding, but not really too much Labrov can do in this situation. Has to be scared of kyeahoo. Baron an option for KC. But with 5 members still on the enemy team, they can't go for it. Mikhails onto Yike as the Tibbers came down for the stun. Does give a little bit of a heal, and Yike is able to use the blast cone.
For G2 to actually win that fight, so they need to pay attention to him.
Big eyes on his inventory as well. Phantom Dancer, Kraken, and Hex Optics already complete for Caliste as they look to try and shut him down before the fight can start. Encore, out, cleanse from Hansama in the chase. With the Ragnarok from SkewMond, big eyes on Caliste. G2 followed that mantra to a T. An ace in the hole means that Busio flashes away, but the flash undertow sends Seraphine to the depths. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Broken Blade dashes out of the 10, but Fate and still gets the kill onto Canna in a 2v1. The Gnar well and truly online now. And the DSL connection that KC seems to be playing with is intermittent. G2 take 4 off the map in a matter of seconds. And for KC, it's all falling apart.
And G2 pulled the map back from absolutely nothing. A great pick onto Caliste on mid. Just Sky opens the map. Yeah, and here Busio actually walks up into the auto-attack range. And now Hansama says, my ult. And then as he flashes out, SkewMond says, oh, and my axe. And just collects him at the back end here as BB puts on an absolute show here. Jumps out of the Bard ult, picks up Canna, runs away, and as Yike goes in, flashes the Crescent Guard, allowing Caps to just come in and lock Yike down for an easy pickup. It's just hands gap. A fantastic display.
Exchange. G2 don't want to go any further, don't know who's behind it, but that's the Crescent Guard used just because of the threat of the Vikings.
And Hansama was in base. He was
magical journey over onto Yike. They're going to chase him down. They'll get the stun. The encore too late. Everyone's left the concert already as Caliste tries to step forward and is met by a Tibbers. SkewMond chasing kyeahoo. Busio gets his kill across the wall. A Realm War finds you. Only the Underrealms there for kyeahoo as he's taken out. And G2 kill off the enemy jungler, kill off the enemy mid, and now are looking towards that most ultimate of prizes, both in Riftbound and in League, the Baron buff.
But look, they have all these traps set up here. Canna takes a little bit of a peek, tries to see what happens here, because G2 is a little bit low. It's difficult to
tell anymore. G2 do have to call up the Baron. Well played by KC to force that happening. Canna should be able to get out with it between worlds through the Gnar into the wall. He doesn't have an escape path left. Labrov here, a magical journey into Temper Fate, catches two. Summer puts down a trap and the Seraphine will eat it up. Now Caliste has to try and turn his attention to anyone that he can kill before he goes down. But the answer is null point for the Petit Prince.
And it's complete carnage in the favor of G2. They just turned it on these last 4 minutes. They have been finding pick after pick after pick. And it once again comes down to Baron start. And Yike is there, but Cat says, no sir, you are not getting another Baron steal into your montage today. We will mark you and we will defeat you before you even step foot into the pit. I gotta give them like a lot of praise, because I feel like the way they have been playing the map, not just this game but also game one, just looks so fluid. They're so aware of everything that needs to happen.
Busio tries to McHale's and flash away, but still caps there with the follow-up damage from the disintegrate. The stun landing means that now KC have to play without their talisman.
And they have free grub spending. They might just push for the base here.
They've got the Baron buff as well for the next 4 waves. Ace in the hole, blocked by Yike. Broken Blade pushing in mid, but no one can stand in the way of G2 when they set their eyes on this bot lane tier 3. It will be raised, and G2 raising the intensity of the fight at the top of the table, it seems. They continue to push forward. KC. Their Aurora isn't here, just got back from their recall from the top side, and G2 begins to back away. Mikhail's on caps. Between worlds goes Canna, caps goes unstoppable, and Canna yo-yos his way back. But he's pinged and he's ponged out in the air by G2. A follow-up from Broken Blade as Caliste is broken up. Oh my god, Legolas! Summer really has the damage now as Caliste tries to step forward. The Flash Cosmic Binding not enough from Labrov, and G2 still with 4 strong. Only the bot lane from KC still stands here to put up a blue wall, but G2, they're sending them crumbling down. A Tempered Fate comes out, flashed away by Caliste, but the Nexus is bare, and bare are the hopes of KC of going undefeated. G2 rout them in 2 in this best of 3.
What a showing by G2 today. I think SkewMond just woke up and chose violence, and I think it's a repeat of the LEC versus finals, where SkewMond against this KC just looks completely unleashed. His Gnar performance in the game 1, and now his Olaf to boot in this game 2 just carried so much of the burden that was shouldered on to G2.
You can vote for one of those G2 players in your key.